Hi, my name is Alejandro with Gengras, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep Ram. Today we're going to be doing a model walk around on the Grand Cherokee L. What I have with us here is a Grand Cherokee L Limited, an Overland, and a Summit. These are the three models that are going to be the most popular across this lineup because they're the three models that are most popular with the two-row Grand Cherokee, or the Grand Cherokee WK is the code for it. So what I want to go ahead and do, first and foremost, from a glance, you can't really tell all the difference in the world. And part of the reason is, with the Grand Cherokee L, they made LED lights standard no matter how much you're spending, which is really nice because, one, aesthetically speaking, it looks really, really cool to have the LED lights. And two, from a safety standpoint, obviously, the brighter your lights are, the more you can see at night. LED lights are always going to be a little bit thinner. Not only that, you're always going to have that LED strip right up top here, okay? So I want to go ahead and start with the Limited first. So the Limited, by and far, is probably the most popular vehicle we sell, whether that's the traditional Grand Cherokee or the Grand Cherokee L, okay? So again, we have a lot of things standard on these Grand Cherokee Ls. They wanted to focus on safety features. So LED lights are going to be standard. Forward collision warning is going to be standard. This right here, this is a sensor. They used to have a camera basically where this plate frame is. They eliminated it because if a rock comes up, chips it, obviously that's not a good thing. Now, with Jeep, I like to say they do a lot of mixing and matching. They do a lot of packaging. So the easiest way to know what kind of vehicle it is going to be by the rims. Okay, you see these rims, you know it's a Limited. A Limited is going to have the plastic fenders and the plastic skirt coming all the way around here, okay? Some things that are going to remain true, like we did in our last video, you still have the American flag no matter what, following the flag etiquette, stars and stripes facing forward. Now, starting at a Limited, you do get leather. Now, if you want to zoom in on that leather, the biggest thing they did going from the Grand Cherokee to the Grand Cherokee L is the leather is a lot more supple. It's a lot softer. So again, being in a bigger vehicle kind of holds you in your seat better. You still get the wood grain here on the doors and on the dashboard. Here it's a synthetic wood. It's not a real wood, but it still gives you that nice classy feeling with the chrome accents, the silver accents, and the way the dashboard is pushed apart from you. Design-wise, again, the vehicles are going to be very similar, which is a benefit because whether you're looking at the Grand Cherokee L Limited at 51 or you're looking at the Grand Cherokee L Summit at 64, 65, you're going to have a lot of those same design features that carry the luxury across all three, okay? Now, from the Grand Cherokee L Limited, our next up is going to be the Grand Cherokee L Overland. Okay, now the biggest reason you go from a Limited to an Overland is the air suspension. Okay, the Grand Cherokee L Limited is going to run you on a traditional suspension. What they did this year when they redesigned it is they redid your suspension on the Grand Cherokee L Limited where it's going to be more responsive. Okay, again, being in a third row vehicle, sometimes you do get harder hits depending on the terrain. By redoing and reconfiguring the suspension the way they did on the Grand Cherokee L, in a Limited, it is still a smooth ride. Now again, nothing is going to compete with an air suspension, which is why we have the Overland package. Now again, first thing we're going to notice is the wheels. You're going to have these diamond cut rims with the black inlay. You see that? You know it's Overland. Secondly, if you notice, they eliminated the plastic. So if you're someone that wants body color all throughout, you're going to be in an Overland. Skirts, fenders, so on and so forth are all going to be body color. Now, this is true through all Grand Cherokee models, whether it's the L, whether it's a 2012 Grand Cherokee. An Overland is always going to have these tow hooks. An Overland is going to start at about 58. And again, for that price point, we're talking about it's already a luxury SUV, a luxury vehicle. Nothing hits harder than chrome, right? So again, coming along through here, when you get to an Overland, you switch from the Alpine speakers that are in the Grand Cherokee L Limited to the Macintosh speakers, okay? Highlighted right through here. Now, at an Overland, you also get ambient lighting. So when it starts to get dark outside, same way your automatic headlights will kick on depending on how bright it is outside, your ambient lighting will switch on as well. You have a couple different options in terms of colors and if you want it to be all throughout the vehicle, only in the front, only in the back, etc. Okay? Now, I kind of want you to take a closer look at these seats. Now, this seats compared to the Limited, you have perforated seats because at an Overland, ventilated seats are standard. Okay? Now, again, talking about standard features on any Grand Cherokee L, and the reason I want to repeat it is Jeep did a really good job of understanding its customer base. You have leather, from the Limited up, you have leather, heated seat, heated steering wheel, remote start, navigation, blind spot, cross path, forward collision warning, all that stuff is standard, okay? Again, reason they did that is for what you're spending, you wanting a luxury third row vehicle, something should be standard. And I really like that Jeep took that into account for its next generation of Grand Cherokee and Grand Cherokee customers, okay? Everything is body color all the way throughout. At an Overland, your bumper is going to be different. At an Overland, so again, it's body color, but your exhaust now runs through your bumper, okay? Which again is a nice overall look. Having everything body color and having everything taper like that towards the back brings everything together. All Grand Cherokees have this piece here where you can unclip it from the bottom and install a tow hitch if necessary. If the vehicle has a tow package on it already, your tow hitch will be right there. And if you install it, that's where they would want to install it. Now we're gonna move on to the Grand Cherokee L Summit. Again, so Summit, first thing we're gonna notice always is going to be the wheels. These wheels are more of a modern, polished, flashy without being too flashy kind of wheel, which is really cool. Now, if we notice the grille and we notice the front bumper, eliminates a lot of the chrome. So instead of the shiny chrome that we're used to, you get more of a matte polished look. You can actually notice it more right here on this lip. Again, it's still that silvery chrome look, but it's really polished, it's really clean. Something really cool is if you notice looking at the Limited gives you that chrome lip. So again, whether we're spending 50, whether we're spending 65, all the looks come together, which is really, really cool. Differences, again, in the details. If you notice here, compared to our other two vehicles, your inlay here on the grille is going to be a more glossy material. You, again, have that polished inlay right here on your grille. And what I like about it, if you take a look at the front end of the Summit compared to the front end of the Limited, these are actually more similar than the Overland and the Summit are, which again just goes into tying in that nice classy look all the way throughout. Continuing on to the side here, again, everything is body color, but the coolest thing is, again, with that polished material is going to translate throughout the side of the vehicle as well. Interior wise on the Summit, we are upgrading to real grain wood on the inside, Napa interior, quilted interior. If you forget what you're driving, the door sills and the seats both say Summit, so you can never forget it. And you still get that nice, broad, horizontally displaced dashboard across all trim levels. Overlands and Summits also give you the massaging seats, which is also going to be nicer. In the second row of a Grand Cherokee L Summit, if you have captain's chairs, they will actually give you a console in the center, so you can still have your cup holders, your storage, so on and so forth. Captain's chairs on a Grand Cherokee L Limited or Overland do not have the console and will have that walkthrough all the way to the back. And again, coming to the back, on all three trim levels, you're going to notice high-set LED taillights that wrap all the way around, following the same bumper style as the Overland, with the polished chrome silver detailing all throughout the back as well. Once again, my name is Alejandro Carrera, here with Gengras Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram at 460 Connecticut Boulevard. I hope this video has been informative. I hope you've had as much fun as I've had. Please see me here for all your needs regarding the Grand Cherokee L. We've got the colors, we've got the models, we've got the lineup, and again, we're all ready to assist you. Thank you.